Hello and welcome to Adirondack Astronomy. Currently I have the open cluster M52 in the constellation Cassiopeia in the eyepiece. I did a little bit of looking at this before recording this section of the video, and it's a very interesting cluster. It's quite dim, and some of the dim stars kind of have it almost looks hazy in my eyepiece, so I'm going to try and represent that in my sketch. So I'm going to take you to Stellarium so I can point out where this is in the sky in case you want to have a look at it, and then we'll get on with the sketch.
M52 is an open cluster in the constellation Cassiopeia and can be found halfway between the star Caph in Cassiopeia and the constellation Cepheus. This cluster can be seen with a pair of binoculars, but in small to medium-sized backyard telescopes you can resolve more stars in this cluster. This cluster is detached from the surrounding field stars and has over 100 confirmed stars. Due to interstellar absorption, accurate measurements of its distance is difficult, but I would say it lies around 5,000 light years away. Now that we've got a little information about this open cluster, let's get on with the sketch. So like all my sketches, I start off marking down all my details on the side of the sketch, and then I do some viewing through the eyepiece to get started on where I'm going to place my stars, and then I work around the outside edge and use my kneaded eraser to dim some of the markings of the stars. In this field of view, there aren't very many bright stars. A lot of them are relatively dim. So I mostly just use my white charcoal pencil for marking down the stars, and I did bust out a blending stump for some sections of this open cluster, and we'll see that in the final sketch. So I'm just marking down all the dim stars and double checking. Open clusters are quite difficult because there's so many stars, and trying to get the distance between each star can be kind of complicated, so you might have to go in and erase and redo the stars. But anyway, that's about it for the sketch, and let's go have a look at the final drawing. So here we have the final sketch after taking a photo and bringing it into GIMP and adding the details on the side of the photo. This cluster was discovered by Charles Messier in September 7th of 1774. It appears after reading his description that I saw very similar to how he saw it. So what he wrote in his logbook of M52 is that this is a cluster of very small stars mingled with nebulosity. As you can see from my sketch, I had also noticed some nebulosity in the denser star areas, where I had a little bit of difficulty resolving the stars at this lower magnification. At the time, I had a bit ado on the corrector plate of the 8-inch SCT, so I figured maybe that had something to do with some of the haziness I saw around the stars. But maybe I just saw whatever it was that he saw. Maybe it's just a lot of stars densely close together, and that causes the haze in the area, since I was unable to resolve some of those stars. But anyway, that's about it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and clear skies.